Crinkle fries or flat fries?
Flat's fine.
You give me what he's getting, so.
What kind of drink?
Sweet tea.
Okay.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Heinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Heinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation, you're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North or visit lawrenceburgflooringandmore.com.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
From the xSports Network, this is xSports Live, presented by Heinie's BBQ.
And welcome here to xSports Live, brought to you by Heinie's BBQ. Got a fun show tonight, joined right now, right off the get-go, by the Wildcat football team of Lawrence County here. You got head coach David Marston, Isaiah Bentley, and Skylar Moomey, who I've mispronounced his name for 2.5 years, and now I've got it right for the last part of his senior campaign. And guys, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you, AJ. We appreciate it.
First things first, right off the get-go, guys played one of the best teams in the state of Tennessee, as good as you can play them. Played them really well, right down the wire. Just what kind of things can you guys take from that and move that forward here in these final 2 games of the season?
You know, I think if we play with that intensity and come out with that passion, then we can compete with anybody. And you know, I felt like that was our best game we played on the season, even though we came up short. Very proud of the way our kids competed. You know, we're back healthier after the open date. And, you know, very proud of a lot of things we did. We felt like we let them get away. You know, we're not happy with losing, but we are very pleased with the way we competed. And we're so close on several things to get that win, which is what we really wanted to do. So we're hoping to build on that and face a pretty good Franklin County team this week.
Yeah. Isaiah?
Oh, yeah. You'll never see a game like that again from us. Hopefully, though, we'll play like that again tomorrow, Friday.
Skylar?
That game right there, you know, we still lost it, but as Coach said, intensity was there. We had real good intensity. There was just minor flaws that, you know, it's just every game you got a little bit more, you got to get better and better and better. So come Franklin County, hopefully we can step up our game, fix our flaws, and show them what Team Lawrence County can be.
Does that kind of prove to you guys that when you're on, when you play good, that you can compete with those top-tier teams?
I feel like it does. It's been a frustrating season for us because we don't think we've played our best football at times, and part of it's been injuries. Part of it's been, I don't know, just bad breaks. And, you know, going back to preseason, we scrimmaged Hardin County, and we felt like we got the best of them. And they're sitting here 8-0, and they're rolling over there in their region, and they're 4A, but they're an outstanding football team. And you know, we expected that to continue throughout the season, but for whatever reason, we've struggled at times. And it would have been so easy for our guys to sort of pack it in, and very proud of the way the seniors have been ready to compete. Even last Friday after the game, everybody's excited. They were disappointed with the loss, but they had the mentality, let's get back to work, ready to go, ready for Franklin County, let's go. We're going to put this behind us. We know what we can do. And, you know, coaches and players, even though we felt better about ourselves after that, even after some of the wins, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But, you know, very proud of the seniors. And again, you know, the easiest thing to do is pack it in when there's adversity.
Yeah.
And I promise you, there's nobody wants to win any more than these seniors and our football players and our coaches. And, you know, it's always easy to sit back and criticize and, you know, the people on the sidelines, so to speak. But we don't pay attention to them. We're fighting for these guys. We're fighting for each other. And, you know, we're ready to go for this week.
Isaiah?
Absolutely. And it starts in practice. That week of practice against Shelbyville, it was something different. Everybody was locked in and ready to go. And it showed because we played really, really well against Shelbyville. And I hope we keep on playing better.
Scott?
As you said, top-tier teams, when we play top-tier teams, I don't really – the only top-tier because, you know, they play good and all. We're also a top-tier team. We haven't put our head down and played the best game we played. We played good against Shelbyville, but that's not our best game. We still have flaws and stuff on certain spots that we can straighten up and become the best team out there. Just because we haven't been playing as good as we should be. And coming up, we realize the season can come to an end real quick, so we're going to step our game up in practice and get us a win.
Now, I know in the reaction in the press box, you know, they have both two radio crews and their coaches next to me, and I was looking at shock and awe out of their eyes during that game. What was kind of the feeling like when you guys were playing against Shelbyville for all three? What did you notice? What were the players' reaction, other coaches' reaction on the other sideline?
I think they were shocked. That's why after the game I talked to their coach, and he was very complimentary to our kids. And he said, Coach, y'all are a lot better than your record has shown. Mm-hmm. He said, you surprised us with the physicality and the way y'all got after us, and y'all played really well. And, you know, I thought that was a great compliment on his part. They're an outstanding team. Their only loss was the first game of the season. I think it was 55-48 to Siegel. Yeah. They beat Marshall pretty handily. You know, Marshall's having a really good year. Yeah. And so Shelbyville's had an outstanding year. And, like I said, they're number one in the region right now. Them and Tullahoma will be battling probably in week 11 for the championship of the region. It should be a good game. I mean, Tullahoma's also a very good team. But I think he was shocked. Again, it's you know, I'm always glad when somebody's complimentary of our team. Yeah. And he was, and nice guy. It's the first time we've played them in several years, and first time I've been around him. But we wish them luck, other than you know, when we play them. But we hope to see them again. We know this week is a must-win for playoffs. And, you know, we want to get a win, and then we'll be traveling to either Centennial, Page, or Nolensville. Yeah. And so we're looking to upset one of them and get back to maybe play somebody else in our region again.
How's that?
I noticed at the start of the game they didn't have their best players out, and I guess they weren't prepared for what we had in store in the first half, because we really gave it to them, and they got them starters out really quick.
Scott.
What I was seeing on the field whenever we were out running, that first half was real good. And I started hearing their players that kept talking. They kept they were getting frustrated with each other, and they're just getting mad. And you just hear them, they just seemed like down, lost, like this should not be happening. And their coaches on the sideline and stuff, they were in the shock, it seemed. They were surprised that Lawrence County football could be something like that.
At fourth down plays both ways, we did a great job on defense.
Yeah, you did.
And offensively, I think we were 4 out of 5, and I felt like the fifth one we actually made, I thought it was a bad spot.
I thought you made it.
I did too. And
Even
so-
the other radio guys were
looking in on the field, I thought
yeah.
we got it, and then he spotted it. I still thought we had it, but anyway.
And the coaches were preparing to keep the defense on the field from
Right,
what I was hearing
right.
down the hall.
But, I thought we won fourth downs. We got a big interception in the red zone, and so we're very proud of the way the defense played. Special teams we've got to pick it up there. Hopefully this week we work a ton of special teams, and hopefully this week it'll show up and show up where we can win special teams as well as offense and defense.
You mentioned some of the situational stuff. I think you guys over these last 3 or 4 games have been really good on third down. You've been really good on fourth down, offense and defense. Just how often do you practice that? How much do you prepare for kind of those third down, fourth down situations?
We do. They know. Like today, when we go through our script, we'll start first and 10s, and then we'll go to third and short, fourth and short, 2-point plays, and then third and long plays, and then in the end of game plays, and have a series of defenses and personnel changes and work against what we feel like they'll try to do. And our kids have done a good job of buying in. We got Isaiah, we haven't been playing on defense because he's doing so much on offense, but we've got a package now where he comes in on what we call our turbo package, where he actually lines up at nose guard and gets a chance to get after the quarterback.
Oh, man.
So we hope that's one of our favorite things, because that means they've got to throw the ball. And we want them to get them in throwing situations where we can hopefully lay back, get some picks, and get after the quarterback. So turbo is my favorite defense to play, just like victory is my favorite offensive formation.
Right. Have you coached a team that's gotten as many red zone stops and red zone turnovers?
I don't think so. I
this year?
think we have been. The thing that's hurt us has been explosive plays.
Yeah.
If we can stop explosive plays, then we've always felt like we've got a chance, and make them play the next play. Skylar had a great hustle play this week. I think he missed a tackle early, and then came back and ran the guy down and made the tackle.
Right.
And it's so easy to let that. You think, well, I missed and let up, but again, he's done it. Caleb Smith-Wiley had a great one the week before or 2 weeks before. But, if you get guys hustling, running the ball, good things happen. Right. And that goes back to attitude of the players and believing and fighting and competing. And again, it's easy. Listen, if seasons don't go like you want it to, it's easy sort of just to go back in your shell and think, this season's almost over. I'm going to start worrying about work and my girlfriend, this and that. But very proud of the way our seniors, they're coming out ready to fight and compete.
And speaking of, big game against Franklin County. Yeah, when we talked yesterday, it's a very deceptive 1-7. That one win is against Tullahoma. You guys have already faced this year, and to Columbia down and Lincoln down to the wire. So this is a very deceptive 1-7.
It is, because you look at them on film, you're like, holy cow, because they've got really good players. They've got a really good running back. The quarterback's elusive, does a good job of scrambling. Their linemen, they're big up front. They block well and they get after it. So sometimes when a team is sort of snake bit, you feel like they do things, breaks all go against them. I hope that they keep that up. It's a lot of it's confidence. We want to be sure to come out fast and start fast and get on them and play with the lead and not let them hang around and thinking they're going to have a chance to get a win, or the longer they're in it, the more confidence they're going to get. So we want to come out and be the dominant team, and that's going to be. We can't sit back and we know they're not going to come over here and lay down. They're fighting and competing just like we feel like we are. So it should be a great game. Homecoming week. We talk about, they'll tell you what's the most important thing about homecoming?
Game.
For us, it's the game. I know
That's
it's the floats and it's the queen. It's all that stuff is great, and it gets people involved, gets the student body involved. But we feel like our job is the game, and so hopefully we're focused on that.
Yeah. Isaiah?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a dogfight in the start, but I think defenses really got to bring it second half, and offense really, especially because we don't score much in the second half, but we will Friday. Show them what we got.
Franklin County, they're a good team, and from what score shows and records show, they should beat us, but it's there. That's exactly what it showed Shelbyville again. We're come out with more intensity than Franklin County got. They think they're going to win against us, but I say we come out with more intensity first quarter, second quarter, and just blow them off the ball, score, and then come back second half and just show them how it's done.
Yeah. Oh wow! And you guys get your food live here on air.
Thank you.
That's great. That is some good service. And Isaiah.
No, thank you.
So you mentioned homecoming, and here at Lawrence County, it's a spectacle.
It is.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's a lot of fun for the kids. And how do you guys, you as coaches, you guys as players, just kind of manage everything that goes down throughout the course of a homecoming week?
Hopefully, we keep our focus on the game. And I know some of the kids. I don't know if y'all been doing the float building stuff. Skylar has.
They've been there. A lot of people have been there.
Yeah. But hopefully that ends up tonight, and so hopefully, of course, the kids are out of school tomorrow, and so we're practicing at 11 o'clock. But hopefully, they're getting plenty of rest tonight, and be ready for a great practice tomorrow, great polish and walk-through practice, and then Friday back to regular school day, even though it's going to be homecoming activities. So we'll be doing a lot of sitting around because they don't. I tell them they get to watch. They can't do the relay races and the balloon pop in and the slip and slide and all that because that's for everybody else, and ours is going to be for the game. So hopefully we can stay focused and just sit back and relax and get ready for Friday night.
Isaiah?
The whole week, just keep my head down and just worry about practicing the game, nothing else.
Scott?
I'd say when homecoming week comes around, it's real wild out there. Everybody, they're all wanting to have fun and everything, but you can look in the hallways and you see the football players, and everybody's just, they're ready for Friday. And come Friday, when they're having all them homecoming games, we're sitting on the side cheering them on and stuff, but we still know, later on we still got to win that football game because all this will be for nothing. We just going to lose. So I think our football team, they're going to be focused for Friday and ready to win.
Now, Skylar, opened up the offense here lately. You've gotten some balls. I think you're the team's leading receiver right now. How much have you enjoyed that the ball's starting to go through the air here a bit more?
It feels great when they start passing the ball. I think it opens up a lot of opportunities, not only for me, but as well as opens up opportunities for our running backs to run better gaps and stuff because they're not going to just play in. They're going to see, hey, he's catching the ball now. You need to play more on him too. So I think it's a great opportunity for the entire team.
Isaiah, I know you were kind of banged up to start the year and had to miss a couple games. What's the last couple games been like for you to get back in the fold and start to get a lot more touches, a lot more action on offense?
Just giving him all, every play, blocking, standing around, running the ball, it doesn't matter. I give it my all. And I don't let it bother me too much because injuries happen, stuff happens, and all that matters is how you respond.
Coach, you said Isaiah is your best blocking back.
He is.
How much has that made a difference to have him back?
We missed him tremendously when he was out, and I know Tay and Ian Clayton both missed him because Isaiah is a very good running back. He's a great blocking running back, and it makes a difference. And we've had a lot of success. A part of our fourth down, we've got a play called Big Mama, and we call it. Everybody knows it's the set. Usually you call it set, the motion, the play. On some of our special plays, we just name the name. And everybody knows the set and the motion. It's the shift. We go from the Tay lines up at tight end and Drake at fullback, and they shift.
You guys have fooled me on that a couple times. I'm like, what in the world is going on here?
But Big Mama, Isaiah does a great job on that. We got one called Super Isaiah you haven't seen yet. It's coming. We work it. That's what we talked about too, is everything that we've worked on. You don't run everything every week. You try to hold some stuff back in your pocket. And we talked about this is the week. We're not holding for anything else because this is a must win. So anything we've worked on and as far as situational stuff is on the table for us to come out and again, we're not saving it for the next week because this is a do or die for us. It's the first round of playoffs.
And you just literally took my next question. You mentioned to me yesterday and then talking with Aiden that this is a playoff game. You guys are treating it like a playoff game. You're treating like your season's going to end if the win doesn't happen. How have you kind of preached the mindset with the guys and how the guys respond?
They know. We talked about it. They know they're these guys aren't, like I said, they're not ready to turn in equipment. They're ready to keep playing. And again, this is our last, the way the schedule worked out, we do have another game next week, but it's non-region. And that's the worst draw in the state. When they draw for scheduling, they give you your schedule and they give you your open date. Well, week 11 is the worst open date because you have the fewest number of teams to choose from. Because if there was a 2-team region, you would play your region game in week 11. And so there are very few regions that have, if it's an odd number of teams, you have a few that have week 11 open. And so it worked out well. We got Cheatham County next week. They had the same open day. But again, there weren't but like 5 or 6 choices statewide for that week 11 game. So with that being said, we'll be through region-wise this week, and everybody else will have to keep playing the next week as far as region games. But so we know this week what playoffs will be for us.
And for you guys being upperclassmen, just what's it been like? You're in that playoff mode, and you're kind of in this do or die mode here this week.
It hasn't stressed me out too much because I know in the end I did my best, but I ain't done playing football yet.
The class of 24, when it comes towards the end of the line, we all like we get together and we get what we can done. We're not going to go out easy. There's no way we're just going to go into Franklin County and say, hey, this is our last game, basically. There's no way we're going to do that. We're going to play our butts off until that last whistle is blown. When that last whistle is blown, we all should be satisfied by the way we played, no matter win or lose. We should be satisfied to give it our all.
Hey, it's more than likely will be the last home game, no matter what, because we would come in as a 4 seed, so we'd be traveling for playoffs. So seniors know this is, even though last week was senior night, this is homecoming. This is the last home game, unless something crazy happens, where 2 4s ended up playing, and we could possibly host that way in the second or third round. But we know first round we have to travel for sure, and so we want to go out the right way, and we're proud. Hopefully, have a great crowd at Hendrick Staggs. We think we will with the homecoming, and hopefully the weather. If there's any rain, it's going to be out after tomorrow, and want a big crowd and a lot of excitement, and hopefully a great win.
And finally, just keys to victory here. I know the first thing you're going to say is tackle.
Absolutely, tackling has improved.
Have you guys heard that a lot? Lately.
Yes. and turnovers and explosive plays for us. It's like limiting explosive plays, and then tackling, turnovers, and special teams are huge. Not giving up any big returns in the turn game, in the kicking game. Hopefully, we can still recover an onside kick or get a
You've done that a couple times.
We have, and we've kicked some that are just some of the squibs that have gone. Our kickers are doing a great job with those right now, and we've gotten a couple of those, especially against, I think, Spring Hill. We got a couple against them.
2 of them,
but hopefully stuff like that continues on, and we're great with punt and punt return and punt block. All those things are big. Kicking game can make you or break you, and hopefully it hasn't been as good this year as we had hoped, but hopefully it'll pay off this week.
And guys, keys of victory for you two coming up on Friday.
Minimal mistakes and tackling and blocking.
I'd say blocking is the main key, and tackling. Tackling is the main thing. If we don't tackle on defense, it's not going to really do much. It's going to get our offense down. We're not going to be able to score much. So defense is the main part. I say we need to tackle.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us here on xSports Live. We're excited for homecoming coming up here on Friday night.
Thank you, AJ. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you, Scott. And coming up next here, Clinton Nye, who's just finally got into the building. We'll talk some college and NFL and a little bit of recap of what's happened in the state volleyball tournament. That's next here on xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals. Owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumberyard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Whether you're shopping in Lawrenceburg, Loretto, Summertown, or Mount Pleasant, Tegan's Food Stores has you covered with the best quality food at the best prices. From Cash Saver to Superama and CB Foods, stop by your neighborhood Tegan's Food Store today.
Tennessee Flight Training. We are training the next generation of pilots. Come and see why Tennessee Flight Training is the best way to learn to fly. Tennessee Flight Training. The skies are calling.
Hi, my name is Asha. I go to Lawrenceburg Technical College, and I moved here a year ago from California. I wanted to be a cosmetologist and study hair, nails, and makeup. You should come join us at Lawrenceburg Technical College and learn all about cosmetology.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ. Ladies and gentlemen, the talent is in the house. Clint Brage.
Hey, listen, I got to pick a bone with my old coach, David Marston.
He's cracking up.
He said, I told him the talent finally showed up. And he said, so Cam couldn't be here? Are you kidding me? Jeez.
Oh, man.
I mean, you're talking about a low blow.
I mean, you're still feeling the effect. That's why you're hunched over. You're still feeling the effects.
I am. That hurt.
Well, Clint, get a little recap kind of what's happened here high school sports-wise. Loretto in the state tournament. Could they have not drawn a worse draw than what they've had in these first couple games on that bracket?
You know, I'll be honest with you, AJ. I tuned off yesterday after they went up 2-0.
Yeah.
And I said, well, they dominated, didn't they? And they said, no. It went to 5 sets. They almost got beat.
Yeah.
East Robertson's apparently the real deal.
They are.
And I heard that Eagleville's setter got hurt, and I don't know that the outcome would have been different.
Yeah.
But props on them coming back, going up 2-0, losing 2 in a row, and then winning that tiebreaker. But, you know, I've told you, and I've said on our Summertown broadcast, Sell Creek, I think, is probably the best team in the state. And what would have been great for Loretta is them on one side of the bracket and Sell Creek on the other.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that way.
But it's kind of looking like they stacked, outside of Harpeth, they stacked everybody else on that one side.
And, you know, after that first set today, I thought, all right, Loretta's going to separate themselves. Sell Creek just dominated after that. But if you're Loretta, you've been in this situation before. You've worked yourself. The good thing about the volleyball state championship, just get there that last day. You don't have to beat Sell Creek twice. Get there that last day.
Even if they'll be there, who knows? If you saw Harpeth, they got I think they should have Harpeth next. I haven't looked at it, but, you know, that I guess I couldn't. But, you know, it's not a guarantee they'll be there.
I didn't see who won in the bottom side today. Did Harpeth lose?
They were playing Chattanooga School of the Arts and Sciences.
I didn't keep up with it after I watched or listened to the Loretta game because we don't get to live stream it, which is another subject. But
they beat the Chattanooga School for the Arts and Sciences. So it's Harpeth and Sale Creek tomorrow at 2:30.
In the winners bracket finals,
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to Loretta and Harpeth in that losers bracket finals. All you got to do is get hot. Now, don't get me wrong. You've got to go on a run. You've got to win 3 in a row to get to that championship game. But Summertown showed it last year. You can do it.
And South Green showed it, winning 3 games in one day.
100%.
2 years ago.
So it can happen. So Loretta's not out of it. You know. So it's, you know, most Summertown fans probably don't like it, but at the end of the day, you're wanting Loretta to win this, so Lawrence County will have 5 out of the last 6 state championships in this county. Now, that's pretty amazing.
It's very amazing. It's unreal how good this county is in high school volleyball. It's impressive. Well, speaking of Summertown, football team got off the snide there, got over the hump, picked up a big win there, and did it against a pretty decent team.
I've been calling football games for Summertown since 2016, which was 2 years into them having a program, and I've called a lot of playoff games. I've called a lot of 3 or 4 teams that had a really good team. It just is what it is. This team Summertown has is they're lacking. I mean, you know, they don't have a lot of upperclassmen, and Lord knows they have been on the struggle bus and plagued with injuries and having to play a lot of freshmen. That's the best game I've called. Not the best game I've called, but
the best game
but
you've
the
called as
greatest.
far as overall
You know, it was the funnest game I've had to call because Summertown led the whole way, and the whole time you're thinking, you know, I didn't say it on the broadcast, but you're thinking, we're fixing to blow this.
Just like you did a couple weeks ago against
Harpeth.
Harpeth,
But they didn't. They got defenses, came up with a lot of stops, and, you know, for Ty Bryan and the rest of those seniors and stuff, that these last 2 years has been rough. You know, you went through coaching changes and instability that it's just been hard on any 17, 18-year-old kid. And to get that win, you know, your second to last home game, and just to know that you didn't quit and you played a complete game, and you finally did what it took to get one win. Now, they got Lewis County this next week, and it may be one of those where you're just hoping you have every player the next week that you started with this week
East Hickman,
to play East Hickman, because that may be one you can pull out. But you know, I just tip my hat to all those upperclassmen and all those kids that found a way. I mean, they didn't quit. They came up some defensive stops that I really thought, well, here's where Richland comes back and just takes our heart out. And they didn't. So I was very proud of that. I was very proud to be a part of that call to do that.
Yeah. But Loretto, man, 8-0 for the first time since 1991. And that team.
Is it Waverly Friday?
They got the top 4 teams in the region. You know what their combined record is? The top 4 teams? 29-3.
Yeah, I was going to say Mount Pleasant 1 loss, Lewis County 1 loss, and Waverly with 1 loss.
And Loretto with none.
Loretto with none.
They're 29-3, the top 4 teams.
And Loretto has Waverly left with 1 loss and Mount Pleasant left with 1 loss.
Lewis County beat Mount Pleasant. Loretto beat Lewis County. I don't know who Waverly lost. Waverly lost to Mount Pleasant. That's
They
right.
did.
Waverly lost to Mount. The circle of death, or as they would say in like the World Cup, it's the group of death. It's
And if you're Loretto, honestly, I feel like you're looking at it like, let's win 2 out of our last 3.
Yeah.
And you're gold. I mean, you're number 1 seed,
Yeah.
and that puts you, I mean.
Or at least top 2 get you a home game in the
Well, but I think you want to be 1, so you host 2 home games, and you can go at least 3 games deep into the playoffs.
Right.
And then you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's just the way
I
that
mean, you want to set yourself as far away from Riverside as you can.
No kidding.
and if Loretto can do that, that's 4 games.
Yeah.
That's 4 playoff games if you can take care of business. And I think that's your goal if you're Loretto. You don't want to take your foot off the throttle right now.
I mean, just the way they've done it, have an injury to your quarterback. And, we talked about defensively. That was the big question mark with that team because we knew what they had offensively.
Mhm.
Defensively, I mean, they're going from almost giving up, 30 plus points a game to way down, they're giving up only about 15 points a game right now. I mean, that turnaround.
Well,
is
that's
remarkable.
what's been the funnest part about watching them is the question marks you had 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They fixed.
Right.
And lost their starting quarterback.
And
a sophomore.
Yeah.
Tidwell has stepped in. And,
and
it's like they haven't missed a beat.
Yeah, that kid's an unreal athlete. Good basketball player, incredible baseball player, and then steps in at quarterback. And they had to bring him from the defensive side to play quarterback for him. They've got something special there. But 2 very tough tests there at the end. For them, and especially both of them on the road, and of course we'll have all these games on the xSports.
And again, if Kid Hartsfield's watching this, I do not want to disrespect you by any means or Mount Pleasant, but I feel like if Loretto gets by Waverly, I don't think they get beat. I think they go 10-0.
Yeah, Kid's got a good team too.
I don't think Mount Pleasant can play with the style of football Loretto plays.
Okay.
I just don't.
Yeah, we'll see. That's true. Should be a very fun game. Well, coming up next here on xSports Live, Clinton and I, when we're gonna, because he's busy decorating a float or something. One of those homecoming deals.
Right.
You haven't had to do that with your kids in high school, have you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did? You did the whole thing?
I've had to do it for 3 years, but I'm done now.
You're done now.
My baby's a senior, and we've already had homecoming, so it's smooth. All I got to get through is basketball season, AJ.
Yeah, only a few more
But now I will say this, and Summertown people, don't let this make you mad, but homecoming in Lawrence County is a whole lot bigger than homecoming at Summertown, and working on those floats, that's about a 2-week ordeal.
Yeah.
So I give Dusty credit on that.
Yeah, but we're going to call him up, and I guess there's some SEC game going down in Tuscaloosa. It's kind of a big deal that everyone here's talking about. So we're going to bring him on to talk that next year on xSports Live.
Great.
Tired of driving into the city every time you need appliances, furniture, or heck, just about anything? Next time, stay local and come to Swap and Shop Center. We have everything you want, from computers to furniture, major appliances, lawn and garden tools, electronics, you name it. Our #1 goal is to get you the items you need at a price you can afford. We even offer 120 days same as cash financing. We won't be undersold. We specialize in service after the sale. We pick up where everyone else leaves off. Swap and Shop Center, family owned and operated in Lawrenceburg for over 61 years.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
And welcome back here to xSports Live, brought to you by Heine's BBQ here, getting ready to talk some pro and college football. And Clint Brazier here, joined by Dusty. And Dusty, you elbows deep in paint, lacquer, all that fun stuff over making those floats right now?
AJ, you have no idea. Well, you do have an idea. You were there last night, Clint.
Are you pumping? Are you pumping?
I'm not pumping anything. I'm not allowed to. I'm more of the old grunt worker, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, you're the workhorse.
Brazier, I feel like you missed out on a lot of years of doing this, buddy.
No, we've done it at Summertown, but I did say that I'm not trying to make Summertown folks mad, but if you think your homecoming floats and festivities hold up to Lawrence County, you're wrong.
That's right.
I mean,
we've done all this work.
Dusty, I remember mine in your 4 years.
Absolutely.
And thank the Lord for people like Chris Eck and my dad and people like that helped us build our floats that barely held together.
Well, sure. And you know, but here's the thing, dude, doing all this work, we started on Saturday morning, and now we've done all this work leading up till tonight. It has to be done. And then tomorrow night's the parade. And the good old weatherman named Ben Leonard tells me it's supposed to rain.
Yeah, about 4 o'clock, it's going to get rough.
And, you know, so that was nice to hear. And that's supposed to rain Friday night, I think, as well. But, you know, I will be up in the booth, and I won't have to worry about getting wet.
All right, Dusty. Well, first of all, before we get into the big one that I know everyone wants to talk about, you about ready to ditch Mike Vrabel in the Titans season?
Dude, they're awful. Mike Vrabel is terrible. I'm just going to say the Titans suck. I mean, you got one of the best running backs still in the game today, and he's not being used at all like he should be. We have the worst quarterback in the league. I mean, Tannehill may be worse than Justin Fields.
We may not now, Dusty, because he may be out for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, who's going to play? I mean, who's going to be the quarterback? Derrick Henry just going to take it out of the Wildcat?
I wish.
Yes, it'd be a lot better than what we got. I mean, guys, it's bad. Yeah. Like, you know, we talk about just putting a good product on the field. You know, you want to root for your fan base and all, but dude, that's bad. That is terrible.
Well, listen, Dusty, I'm right there with you. I was a Vrabel fan for the first, couple of years, but when you've only won 3 out of your last 16 games, at some point it got to come down to management and head coaching.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and they've let him have the keys to the car, as we always use, and it's not working out at all.
I'll say this: if I had that winning percentage, if only 3 out of the 16 people I cut their hair was happy with it, I'd be looking for another job.
Yeah, you'd be working at Walmart.
Yeah. Or the xSports Network. I try to get Ben Luna to pay me.
I was going to say that, but I don't know if we get him paid out of them.
Yeah, well, because everyone thinks we've got all this money to spread around. That's for the next segment.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on the next segment.
All right, we'll go to college football, guys, and I know before we're going to end with Tennessee and Alabama, but we got some big matchups coming up here. Start first with one that's going to kick off the day on Fox. Top 10 guys, Penn State,
Ohio
State at Ohio State. What are you all thinking about that one?
Just the home field advantage. I got Ohio State.
Yeah, Dusty?
I want to say that, and I'm not a fan of James Franklin, but I think Penn State may have something for them, Brazier.
I mean, I don't know, man. Penn State, that's kind of their bugaboo in Columbus. They can't win in Columbus.
They cannot.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it.
Yeah, and they couldn't with, Trace McSorley and
James
Saquon
Franklin's
Barkley.
had two years. He's had better teams than Ohio State's had, and went to Columbus and
Lost
got
them.
throttled.
Yeah. And, right after that, they got Michigan. It's, not an easy
Yeah, Penn
slate.
State's about to run a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh, they are, for sure.
Yeah. Another one on the slate here, guys, actually happened, trying to look it up here, happened in the nighttime. You got Duke at Florida State. I know Duke has that lone loss there to Notre Dame, and a Notre Dame team that's certainly proven that they're better than that one loss on their record. But I kind of think here that Duke, after losing their quarterback, is that's not a good matchup.
They're in trouble. I think Duke
They are in trouble.
Yeah, go ahead, Dusty.
Yeah,
I think Florida State, they shouldn't have. I don't want to talk them down too much, but I don't think Florida State should have any issues.
I'm the same way. Duke, hey, if Duke had their quarterback, and the way Florida State's looked in the last 3 out of the last 4 performances since that LSU game,
you would like Duke, but not.
I would take Duke, but I'm not without their quarterback.
No, I mean, he's their best player. I mean, and, we all know in college football it's just hard to win without your best player.
And now going to what's kind of proven to be one of the toughest conferences to play in this year, the Pac-12. Utah at USC. Speaking of bugaboos, no matter where they play, Utah's kind of had USC's number, and Caleb Williams looked awful
against
last Saturday.
I think it stays that way myself. I think Caleb Williams is overrated. I know he's a Heisman Trophy winner from last year. I just think that he's not that quarterback, and I think Utah takes care of business.
I'm the same way, and USC is recovering.
Yeah.
I mean, they may be on tilt right now. I'm taking Utah. Utah's going to come in there ready to just keep doing what they've done against USC.
USC's a 7-point favorite in that game. I'm
I don't like it.
A bit shocked by that one.
I may bet on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm taking Utah.
And also, while on the subject of USC, I know they're kind of old quotes, but what do you guys think of Caleb Williams coming out and saying, I know he said it a while ago, but saying that if he whatever NFL team he goes to, he wants part ownership?
That dude's lost his mind, man. He's just a prima donna.
Yeah.
I think that's just a dumb college kid.
Yeah, it's a dumb college. Yeah.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers wanted that with the Jets, and they said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's a proven Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah, you just want to tell like Caleb, just don't throw 3 interceptions at Notre Dame first.
Right.
So, all right, guys, to the big one on CBS 2:30, Tennessee at Bama. And Dusty, when we talked earlier this week, you said the over/under was 47 points, total points, and you said it's not low enough. And especially after last,
I 100% agree.
Yeah,
because neither team's offense looked very good.
Because last year's they hit the over big time, but this year they might hit the under big time.
Hey, man, and here's the thing, and I think y'all both agree with me. Both teams are coming in with the same game plan. They're going to stop the run and make both quarterbacks beat them.
100%.
Right. And then it becomes 2 unpredictable quarterbacks.
I mean, guys, we're talking about single-digit IQs between both quarterbacks.
Well, here's the deal, Dusty, and I hate to say this. I am going to be screaming from the rooftops and rooting for Tennessee, but at the end of the day, you can't tell me that Alabama and Alabama's fans and everybody that runs the graphics and the sound and the music and in Tuscaloosa aren't remembering what happened October 15th of 2022, and they're going to make that the toughest environment for Tennessee to play in. And I feel like Alabama's going to be with that home field advantage and Joe Milton just being Joe Milton, I just feel like the odds is now again. I'm rooting for Tennessee, and I'm going to be screaming for Tennessee, but I'm picking Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say coming into the game, 3 weeks ago, I mean, I was really frustrated. Still am, just like, y'all are. I would have said that y'all beat us by 2 touchdowns. But after you sit back and you watch and you read and you just really think about it, I think we win the football game. But I also will say that I think it's going to be like a 17-13 game. It's going to be so crazy.
Hey, I'm same way, Bubba. I think it could be an old school football game.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's
just like Texas A&M and Tennessee was last week.
Yeah.
I think it would look like a defensive football game.
Oh, yeah, and it really could be a really bad game to watch for a college football fan.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm just predicting that we're going to see both quarterbacks turn the football over because our quarterback don't even know. He just takes a sack. So y'all may have us like 1st and 42.
Yeah, but our quarterback throws it into triple coverage, so.
Or in the third row.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a hit or miss. I mean, I hope it's a really good football game. I do. I hope we win, but I hope it's a good football game. But I don't know, guys. I don't think it's going to be a good football game.
It really kind of comes down to both teams' running attacks and how the other teams handle it. I mean, coming into the season, I don't think any of us thought that Tennessee would have a top 5 rushing attack in the country.
I think whichever team has the most rushing yards wins the football game.
And
either that or who don't turn the football over.
Because if I'm Heupel, I'm 100% committed to stopping the stopping the run and making the quarterback beat. And if I'm Saban, I'm 100% committed to stopping the run and making the other team's quarterback beat us.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
And when it comes to quarterbacks, I mean, between Milroe and Milton, you kind of just flip the coin
100%.
Because they might cancel each other out in this game.
Yep.
They do. I mean, I don't know what their over and under is. I have to look it up on their pass yards. Or maybe completed passes, but it's probably going to be on the underside.
Yeah, it's not going to be a pretty game. And well, guys, I just hope that I don't have to throw my phone or my iPad like I did watching West Virginia a week ago. For those, yeah.
Did you have to buy a new iPad?
No, it's right here. Oh. And there's a bit of a couple cracks in it. But for those who don't know, West Virginia played Houston. Former coach Dana Holgorsen got a touchdown with 12 seconds left in the game. Sportsmanlike conduct penalty. Houston runs a play, gets about 5 yards, and throws a Hail Mary, deflects in. They make the catch, win the game. And I had initially scared my son a bit because on the touchdown, I ran through the house like an idiot. And then when he does initially walk back in, I chuck my iPad. So he is not learning good habits from me.
Well, listen, I've known it even before I knew you. You West Virginia fans, y'all are a little unstable.
That's what I was just fixing to say right there. I think, they talk about Alabama fans, Tennessee fans, but West Virginia fans, Clint, they could be a little bit more unstable than we are.
I 100% agree.
That's why we're top 10, some of the worst fans. I've got stories upon stories of West Virginia fans. Now, I do this, I don't do this in public. I do it around you guys because I know you guys, but I wouldn't do that. Certainly wouldn't do that in public by any stretch of the imagination. Well, Dusty, while we got you here and got our next segment coming up, which is the rant segment, you got anything on your mind you want to get off your chest? Sure.
We're talking about just a bad product on the field. And I want to touch in with that. Guys, we're talking about professional athletes is what we're talking about. We got professional coaches getting paid millions of dollars. And I'm using that word again. They suck. And I hope that somebody from the Times organization, just like I said it the other day about the Cowboys, about the 49ers don't find Kittle. The Times have got to do better. We talk about getting a new stadium and getting this and getting that. Guys, who would want to be a season ticket holder to that product?
Hey, Dusty, listen, I said it after Sunday's game, and I said if the Titans had any decency about them, they would deal Kevin Byard and Derrick Henry and just say, where do y'all want to go to try to get y'all a Super Bowl? Because we're not going to ever win anything, and we need to start rebuilding. And Kevin Byard's the best defensive player the Titans got, and Derrick Henry has still got about 2, maybe 3 more years left in the tank.
Yep, I would say that. I'd say 3's a fair number for Derrick Henry, what he's got left in the tank. You know, and I want Derrick. I mean, he's an Alabama guy, but I think he's a phenomenal guy. He's a heck of a football player. I want him to go win a tick. I want him to win a Super Bowl.
I 100% do too.
And hey, I'm not a fan. I can't stand him really, but I mean, I can see Derrick Henry, if there was a way they do it, trade him to the Chiefs. They need to run him. I know they got what's his name, but they're down.
They need a hard nose 3-yard first down running back, and Derrick Henry may be their guy.
Exactly. You know, I just think, and hey, there's another team that's lost a running back over the past weekend, and the other one's on the bench or on the shelf too, and that's Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And Detroit looks good.
Yeah.
Hey man, they're a wild card, I think. I mean, I don't think they can win a Super Bowl. I think 49ers or the Eagles are probably the teams in the NFC to win. But I think Detroit's not far out of third place, guys.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. They might be in the NFC Championship game if things break the right way.
Detroit, hey Dusty, I don't know if you'll agree with this, but Detroit right now reminds me of the 2 Super Bowl teams that Eli Manning and the Giants had.
Yeah.
That's what they remind me of.
Yep.
Yes. They got a fight in them, guys. They got a good team. Yeah. And hey, look at Jared Goff. I mean, really?
Yeah. There's that Eli Manning comparison is coming through right
100%.
There. I see what you're talking about.
Get hot and just roll people over.
Yep. All right, man.
And I put a lot of that on rotation, but hey, you guys, y'all wear it out on a ramp. It's good to be on tonight. I'm sorry I couldn't be there.
All right, man. Hey, at least we can get you on the phone and get you away from.
Hey, listen, you know, old buddy that we grew up together and graduated together. I was here for your birthday and got you a cake ordered. You know, my birthday was a couple of days ago, and you ain't up here. So, but hey, don't worry, I ain't gonna hold that. I ain't gonna hold that against you or nothing.
I hear you, man. I apologize.
All right, man. We'll let you get back to work, man.
All right, dude. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'll see you Friday.
See you, buddy.
See you, man. All right, well, coming up next here on xSports Live, it's the final segment, Clint. I think we got a few things to get off of our chest here. Coming up here.
I'm going to get on yours, but I got my own, but I can't wait to weigh in on yours because I know what it is.
That's coming up next here on xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back to here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ. Clint's final segment of the show. It's time to rant. So what you got on your mind, man?
It's not really a rant about sports, or I'm not going to call out the names or anything like that, but, you know, I turned 43 Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So not too long ago. I mean, you know, I feel like I look 43. I do have this skunk goatee that's, you know, it's kind of dark everywhere except for this skunk goatee. But I had somebody say, hey, aren't you good friends with such and such? And I said, well, yeah, I know them, but I'm not good friends with them. I don't really know them. They said, well, I thought you grew up together. I said, grew up together? I said, they're like 60 years old. And they said, aren't you? So my rant is, I got to start living better. I mean, I literally had like 3 people that thought I was 60 years old, and I literally just turned 43. So, boys, I got to get in some makeup products, some skincare products. I got to start taking some one-a-days or something. But I had literally 3 people that thought I was in my 60s. So I got to start living cleaner, I guess. But
you're ranting on yourself.
I am. I'm ranting on myself, but I'm ranting on them 30 people that thought I was 60 years old. I mean,
They're your daughters?
Gosh. No, they weren't my daughters. My daughters know how old I am. Now, don't get me wrong. They think I look older than dirt, but that's my daughters. But, I mean, these are just people that, it's just rough. So, it just is what it is. But I'm just glad to have had a birthday because it beats alternative.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're glad to have you here. Yeah, we're absolutely glad to have you here. Well, Clint, you know,
fire away.
There's a post that we had earlier this week. Now, I'm not addressing anything in the post. I think that's a rant within itself. You know, if you haven't read it, go back and read it. It's there. It's going to be there for a long time. My rant, though, is for a couple people that commented on the post. Clint, we got an epidemic in sports in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this guy is called? The hurts my gait guy.
Uh-huh.
We got an epidemic of a few of those guys, and we've heard a few complaints over the years, and when I do say few, it has been a few. I'm not downplaying it. It's been a couple here and there. Literally one school didn't want us to come anymore, and they're over in Pulaski because they think that the video would hurt their gait. You know, has nothing to do with their failure of a basketball program that Nick Campbell had to turn around. But, you know, that's another story for another time. I mean, it is what it is. Nick turned him around. He did a great job. I mean, they got the right guy for the job finally. But
hey, that was one of my rants a few months ago.
Yeah, I do remember that. But I'm going to take a moment here to stand up for what we do at the xSports Network. Now, literally, this is for 99.9% of you are awesome. You're great. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. But for the 0.001%, this is for you. What we do does not hurt your gait. And if it does, prove it. Show me the money, show me the numbers, show me the financials. Don't tell me it's hurting your gait, show it to me. In the words of the great coach Ron Meyer, Clint, don't tell me about the labor, show me the baby.
Yeah, I don't need to hear about the labor pains, just show me the baby.
Yeah, just show me the baby. When me and you talked about it, Kevin and I, on our road trips to Murfreesboro, and I've talked to Dusty about it, I'm so disappointed. I'm so upset that certain people are still bringing this up, because nothing that has to do with me has really nothing to do with us. It has mistakes maybe that other people made.
Mm-hmm.
And we get drug into it. Now, we're building a new building where it's almost done, which, by the way, we did. Actually, I should say Kevin and Ben and those guys did. You know that?
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I just got a picture on the wall.
Good one, too. You know, Ben and Kevin have been working their tails off. We didn't hire somebody to do this. We've been doing this ourselves. We are a small crew, has weather, has sports. Right now, we're doing enough to clear expenses.
Right.
This equipment that everyone sees us take across all of Tennessee into Alabama, you know, we're about to take it into Florida for basketball season. This isn't cheap. We've got upkeep. We got a lot of stuff to do.
You preaching to the choir because I cover Summertown sports.
Yep.
Will Pettis is our Kevin Wright for Summertown games, and half the stuff is his stuff that he bought out of his own pocket.
Exactly. We're grateful for that.
And it's to provide a service for folks where these local athletes and people that can't be there in person get to be a part of it.
Yeah, we now at some point down the line, and it's part of our business model, we're going to share our revenue with the schools.
Right.
But here's the key: you got to have revenue to share.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real. You guys are getting this straight from me. My wife is the breadwinner in our family. We paid all of our bills this month. They happen to run the middle of the month. You know how much money I have in my bank account right now? $252.15.
Man, you're highfalutin. That's more than I got.
Yours is in 20s in the barber shop.
I got 3 daughters too.
Yeah. So that's the money that my wife makes more money than me. You know, there's people that were commenting on that post that make more money than I do.
Right.
I work 6 days a week. I get one day that's just me, my wife, and my son, and that's Sunday. I work 6 days a week. Kevin Wright is with me there. He works 5 to 6 days a week. We travel all across the great state of Tennessee, covering your teams, your athletes. And when I see ungratefulness, pisses me off. Actually, I want to say a few more things, but you know, I don't want us to get in trouble with Facebook or the Lawrence County school system on top of all that, because we respect
You're going
all.
to get in Clint Brazier territory here.
Actually, it's Dusty Kaiser territory, but
but you weren't here when Clint Brazier got in a lot of trouble.
But it just upsets me knowing the hard work that is put in, the time that Kevin's away from his family, you're away from your family, same with Will, same with Cam, same with Dusty, same with me. All the nights that I don't go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm editing highlights and putting shows together.
Speaking of that, listen, there's several times that I think, well, he just got done with this. There's no way he's going to do a xSports tonight and recap everything, and it's out there just like clockwork. I may have to watch it the next day because I'm in bed a lot sooner than you are doing it.
Yeah, but it's a part of what we do, and you know, we're going to revenue share at some point when we get revenue. But you know, ESPN wasn't giving out billion-dollar contracts to the NBA and the NFL their third year in existence. They were literally ESPN ate the Ocho.
Listen, I can't reach out to the grandparents. I can't reach out to the casual fan. I can't reach out to the aunt and uncle. But who I can reach out to is the mother and father, because I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I had my two oldest daughters. I can't go back and watch any games they played. And they went to, thank God for rednecks.
Yeah, I love them.
But, you know, my two oldest daughters, I think I added up the other day, they went to a total of 11 state tournaments.
Right.
I can't watch any of those games.
Right.
I can't watch any of their regular season games.
Right.
But as long as Kevin doesn't delete it, or you don't delete it, or Ben doesn't delete it, I can watch every game my youngest daughter has ever played.
Right.
And for anybody to have a problem with that, I mean, that's an archive that 20 years down the road, I can go back and say, hey, Em, you remember that game against Loretto or that game against Wayne County when you had 25? And it's such a luxury to have, and it's such a great thing to have.
Yeah.
If I want to watch my oldest two play in all these state tournaments they played in, I've got to go pay $100 to the NFHS to buy a subscription and scroll back and hope that they haven't deleted it.
Right. Yeah.
So, I get it. It just is what it is. But, if your product's out there good enough, which I think everybody in this county is, everybody that we cover is, we're not going to pull from a gate.
No. Yeah, because one of our...
Now, I get it. Summertown Gym
Yeah.
is about as big as this room right here.
Yeah.
And we do need a gym. If any commissioners or school board members are listening, they do need a gym. But that place is packed every Tuesday and Friday night.
Well, our 2 highest viewed weekends that we've ever had, first 2 weeks of football this year. Did you see any missing seats in those stands?
I did not.
I didn't either. And we had a lot of views and packed houses. And there's another comment that was made that somebody from another county, another coach, I'll just say it, said that there's a misconception of the importance of broadcast when it comes to the impact it has on players, coaches, and communities. Let me tell you something, bud. If you don't want it, doesn't mean we need to take it away from somebody else. By the way, there's people in your own town, your own school, your own community that blow me up every time I go do those interviews every Wednesday. Your own coaches in your own town, your own community tells me that. And you're going to say that there's a misconception?
Hey,
I'm
listen.
about to say something really bad.
Listen.
I can't stand those losers.
I can't speak for anybody else's things, but at the end of the day, we might have a handful of kids that are going to the next level that what we do may not affect what they're going to do. They're going to go on to bigger and better things, but my youngest one, she may never play an ounce of college volleyball or basketball.
Yeah.
But you know what she can do?
She can go back and watch.
She can go back and watch every game and relive her glory days when she's in college, maybe not playing any sport. She may be playing a sport.
Yeah.
But you know what me and her mom can do?
Yeah.
We can go back and watch.
How many
so, boy, wasn't that a fun game?
How many times have you had former athletes, parents of former athletes and families tell you, I wish we had this in our day?
Well, I can't,
I hear it a lot.
It's going to sound like a homer, but I've never had one Summertown fan, parent, grandparent, player, coach to ever say, boy, I wish y'all wouldn't do this. It's hurting from our gate. Yeah. They are totally thankful and appreciate everything they do.
Don't think it has an impact on the program.
There's no way it has an impact on the program.
Stupid. It's next level stupid. I can't even comprehend that a coach. People who know who I'm talking about, hey, guess what? That's the coach of your kids. He doesn't think that's important.
Yeah.
He doesn't think your fans are important. He doesn't think his own players are important. Straight up. Truth is, this is the real me coming out. I've been pissed off about this for 2 days. Not men's soccer. Well, actually, more than men's soccer pissed off about this for 2 days.
Hey, Kevin, I'm just glad I'm the mild one on this conversation. That rarely happens.
Well, then again, Dusty.
Dusty's
pretty fired up about it, as of all of us at the xSports Network. It just comes down to it. 99.9% of the people in this area, including our county, our opponents that we play, that love what we do, we're still going to cover these teams. I'm still going to go out and do the interviews. I'm still going to stay up late at night putting together the highlights. That's not changing for the 0.001% of morons out there. But at the end of the day, I hate ungratefulness, especially from the people who are in charge. Their athletes love this. Why are players at that school stepping out of a practice to ask me if we're going to go do their games? But yet you got a coach of that school that finds that there's a misconception that broadcast helps out with it.
I can't speak for other kids, even though I know for a fact that they go back and watch them. I can speak for my kid that may go back and watch the game she just played in that I'm broadcasting.
Yeah.
Now she may have to turn the volume down because she's going to have to. She's going to hear more slack than anybody else. But to say that it hurts our players because,
or there's no impact.
Again, the 3 local county schools that we cover, you've got a handful of players that may go to the next level.
Yeah.
This is what they're going to lean on.
Yeah.
They have a great game. Are you telling me they shouldn't be able to go back and watch it?
Right.
And hear me or you or Dusty or Cam or whoever's calling that game to be bragging on them when they hit a big shot?
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Because that makes their world.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
And again, you know, I've told you this before, I've told Kevin this before. I told Ben Luna, I said, Ben, I don't know how many good hires you've made in your life, but I know of one, and he's sitting right there. So,
yeah, Fred Gossage is still up in the air at this point, but you know, we're still working on that on the weather side. But you know, I love what I do. This is a great place. We chose to live here for a reason. I chose to leave a job that, frankly, I was making almost twice the amount of money I'm making now. I did it because I believe in what we're doing, and just because we got 2 coaches that maybe don't believe in it or want something out of it that we're eventually going to give them at some point when we do get that revenue. Sorry guys, we're still going to be here. We ain't going anywhere. We've ranted about NFHS and TSSAA enough. That's not what this is about. That's another rant for another day. And it's a very long post already on Facebook. So we don't need to already go there. But that's my rant. I'm glad you guys came to my therapy session. Glad Clint here was here to lend a good ear, and so is Kevin. And Kevin's probably going, hey, we got to be in Murfreesboro by noon tomorrow, so it's probably about time to wrap this thing up.
Go Vols. It's still Alabama Hate Week for about 4 more days.
There you go.
3 more days.
So for Clint Brazier, producer extraordinaire Kevin Wright, this is AJ Good. We'll see you guys next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.